creatures of the world, and welcome back to Coffee with Kerri-Lynn. It's a beautiful day in the far north of Maine, up along the Canadian border, in the crown of Maine, and it's a beautiful day wherever you are as well. I'm getting tongue-tied. I'm in the great outback. There's no leaves on the trees. We're late bloomers up here. We're just starting to get buds on everything. I have homesteader envy. I'm watching YouTube videos of homesteaders that live in the South, and they are already planting. Lucky them. We're still in spring cleanup mode here on the homestead. There's not quite a lot to do yet. We're tilling up different areas, different gardening areas. We're expanding my herb garden this year, so that's a big project that I'm staring at. I'll take you guys through the different things that we're doing in future videos. Right now, we're just trying to get the winter debris cleaned up. We're doing cleanup outside, cleanup inside. You know, spring cleaning, it's always fun. I have a couple videos up on how we do pest control here on the homestead because people always ask how to control pests without using heavy chemicals and poisons like decon. And in the spring, we all know that field mice and the rat population explode. So people are always looking for safer alternatives, especially if they have field mice in their home and they have domestic animals or children or grandchildren or livestock. You don't want to be using the decon around your livestock. So I have a video up about homemade rat killer. It's a tried and true recipe, been used for many, many, many years by many, many, many farm women, and it actually does work very well. Completely safe for the livestock, completely safe for your domestic animals, and completely safe for the little ones, whether they're your children or your grandchildren. You can put bowls of the rat poison around, and if they get into it, they're just getting into food product. It's not going to make them sick. It's just a blend of cornmeal, baking soda, and a little bit of sugar to sweeten the deal. The premise is that the field mice and the rats, because they love corn and they love sugar, they eat from the bowl, and with the baking soda in there, it literally explodes their intestines inside of them. They can't expel the gas fast enough, and they die. So the worst part about that whole situation is you every once in a while will find a rat body in the yard just dead, and it's because of your rat poison. And we also have a segment on diatomaceous earth. It's a homesteader secret weapon that nobody talks about. And it's sad that nobody talks about it, but it's gotten a bad rap, like many, many things in the sphere of natural living. Diatomaceous earth has gotten a bad rap. Comfrey has gotten a bad rap. We have a lot of comfrey here on our property, and we'll be working with that herb in future videos. Yes, Gizmo, I know. The chickens love comfrey, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful creatures of the world. I am going to plant potatoes after Mother's Day. We're going to do two different... Yes, Giz. We're going to do two different ways to plant your potatoes. I'm going to plant in the ground like I do every year. We have a very small property, so I select a species of potatoes that I want to plant in the ground, and we do that. And then somebody's happy with that. And then I actually plant potatoes in laundry baskets. I do this for a variety of reasons. One of the reasons is I don't have enough land to plant several varieties of potatoes, and we like different. I love red potatoes. I love russet potatoes. Really. And I love the Yukon Gold. So because we like three different varieties, I do one variety in the ground and two in baskets because of space. We do not plant our potatoes in the same soil, in the same spot, more than once every 3 years. So what I do is I plant a potato patch, then the next year we'll do a cover crop, and then the year after that we'll do a vegetable that will help enrich the soil, and then on the third year potatoes will go back into that soil. And when we plant in the laundry baskets, we started doing that because we had friends and family in the city, and they have to container garden. They don't have land to plant on. A lot of cities now are restricting you planting victory gardens in your yard. So people are resorting to container planting, and just people live in cities in high rises or in apartments, and all they have are little balconies or sun porches. So we do a lot of container planting to show the people that don't have the resources to have a large garden or to plant in the soil, different ways that you can actually plant in containers and have a lot of success. So that's going to be coming after Mother's Day. I said that's when our greenhouses get the seed in, the seed potato in, and that's when we do it. It's not too cold and it's not too hot to get the potatoes in at that time of year. We have been known to get snow in May, so that's why we refrain from doing a lot of gardening in May here. 15 minutes from the Canadian border. Life is getting hard, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of the world. You go to the grocery store, the prices are going up by the week. The products are shrinking, and I am really hoping to entice people to garden in some way, shape, or form. Whether you have some room in your yard to have a tiny victory garden, or whether you have to plant in a container. And then I want to entice people to preserve your food. So we'll be doing food preservation in the fall here on the homestead. We're working on how we're going to set up those videos. I do preserve everything over my 1927 home comfort wood cook stove, but it's the same method everywhere if you got a gas stove or an electric stove. When I do my container planting, we've decided that I'm going to do it with commercial soil that you can readily get from Walmart or Lowe's, simply because people like to do things exactly like they see them on the videos. There are just people like that. Whatever you buy, they want to buy. Wherever you buy it, they want to buy it from. And I know it's a thing in the DIY community. People want to know where you got it, how much you paid for it, and watch you utilize it. And that just kind of shows people that even if you haven't been soil building for as long as we've been soil building forever here, over 14 years on the homestead, we've built our own soil. We do not use chemical fertilizers. We do not use chemicals in our gardens at all. It's completely organic, completely natural, and we build our soil with our homemade compost. Now, I'm not showing you the compost thing simply because I'm not in charge of the compost, and I'm having a hard time convincing the compost master to be filmed on video. He's just on and off about it, and I'm not going to push him on it. I'm trying to, it's bad enough that I push him for the backyard mechanic thing. And, he's just like, I like to do things in peace and quiet, and you like to do things on video. So I will not be showing you how we make our compost because I don't do that part. I just go out back and scoop it up and put it on my, put it in my garden areas and till it into my soil. But he does all the hard labor. I might be able to wrangle his secret recipe out of him, and maybe I'll give a video a little bit of a go. Just let me work on him a little bit more. He is willing to do backyard mechanics, so that's a plus for the channel, and I have him almost convinced. We're just so close. When you get to a point of a project being done, you're so close, but yet it seems so far away for it actually happening. We are going to be taking my little show on the road. As you guys know, the adventure van is just about done. He took it to the body shop today because a few welds have to be made, and then we'll get it home. we'll show you guys how we put in the decking, and then we're going to show you guys, obviously, the soundproofing. And I've almost got him convinced to let me take the emoji face that I put over his face off of the video. So we'll see how it goes. And when we do our adventuring around the area, which I'm hoping we can set everything up, and on Sunday we can do our first adventure van video where we kind of go around a little bit of the area, show you guys some of the amazing places that we hang out in our area, and show you how beautiful Aroostook County really is during all seasons. And I'm hoping that we can do that on Sunday. So do our first bit of adventuring in the adventure van. Just that close. We are almost there, and it just seems like we are miles away from anything happening. Like I said, we're in spring cleanup mode. We're at a standstill for a lot of different projects we want to do. We are so close. If the weather holds out, things are going to be great. We're close to finishing the adventure van. We are close to starting the brand new podcast studio and fiber studio. We are so close to getting the chickens rerouted into a new chicken coop on a new area of our property, and all these amazing videos are coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of the world, please join me at Coffee with Kerri on X and Truth Social. I am also Coffee with Kerri-Lynn, no hyphen, on Instagram, and the one that begins with R rhymes with crumble. Can't mention it here because we'll get dropped in the algorithm. There's a lot of censorship, and creators are really trying to get around it any which way that we can. We are trying to move audiences over to platforms where we can speak a little more freely on. So please, if you are here, subscribe to my channel. Think about subscribing over on my Rumble channel as well. We're kind of double dutying right now. The footage, the videos, I post them here, and then I also post the same ones on Rumble. But we're trying to get a following on Rumble as well. We are noticing on this channel, I'm an itty bitty channel, but if I talk about certain things that the techno gods do not appreciate or do not want me talking about, we're noticing that our subscribers are falling off. Absolutely. So right now we're in a little bit of doing homesteady videos and not so much the high political videos or the current event videos. You guys see what's going on in the world. I mean, you see what's going on college campuses. You are seeing what's going on in the Middle East. You are seeing what's going on with the Trump saga that is happening in the court system in New York City. You are seeing the political landscape. You all know the Summer of Love 2.5 is coming. We're skipping past the 2.0. We're on 2.5 at this point. With that, you are seeing the prices of everything from the grocery store to the gas pump. All your bills are rising, and we're just trying to beef up the audience a little more. And unfortunately, on these platforms, we do have to talk in code, and it is highly annoying, and it is really exhaustive for content creators to do that. So if you're watching the video, give me a like. Subscribe to the channel. Every little bit helps. And if you're over on the platform that starts with R rhymes with crumble, or on X or on Truth, follow me over there too, because I have a feeling that eventually these platforms that are really becoming censored out, it's going to make it impossible like it was in the early 20s when we lost a lot of really important, a lot of really intelligent voices. They were silenced, and as a result, things can't be talked about, and videos from big creators that were put up 2 and 3 years ago are coming down because of things that they said then. Policies, when the techno gods make new policy, and you know, you gotta okay everything to put a video up on these platforms. Well, it's retroactive now. And I watched 2 videos that Tim Pool made, Timcast IRL, 3 years ago. 2 of his highest watched videos came down. Luke Radowski of We Are Change, he lost a video that was 2 or 3 years old as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we're at. So we're trying to fill in the gaps with some homestead DIYs, some homestead talk. We're going to take you guys on a few travels around Aroostook County and show you how fantastic our county really is in every season. Maybe we'll do some foodie episodes. Who knows? Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of the world, please enjoy your day. And if you are listening to me on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, or Pandora, thank you for lending me your ear. And I appreciate each and every person in my audience. Comment below some helpful homesteading tips for people who are just starting their homestead. And we all know the questions we had when we were beginning our homestead adventure. So maybe if you guys just throw a tip or a trick down in the comment section of the video for homesteaders that are too afraid to ask the questions we already know the answers to. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of the world, carpe diem, seize your day, because no one promised you a tomorrow.